My show's this, I think.
Anyway.
Good morning. So summer, it's not hiding anymore. It is in full swing.
I mean, I don't know about you, but as soon as I wake up,
you're hot.
I'm
sweaty.
hot.
No, I kind of love it.
I know you do, and I'm here for you. I'm happy that you get it. But whoa, it's hot.
So it's here. Summer comes with a lot of fun, but a lot of challenges, like we're mentioning. So, you know, the kids are out of school. You might still have to work, or you might just be like, holy cow, we have a lot of hours to fill.
Yeah.
It might be really hot, but you still want to try to be outside. So these are the kinds of problems we try to help you with in your summer fun packages. Also, like, you might be needing some summer school or worried about summer brain drain. These packages in particular don't cover a lot of that, but we can work with that too. This one maybe a little bit. You use your brain in two of the things I put in this one. So I have 5 different packages here that we're just going to go through like normal, tell you what the people, what their situation was, and then how their summer fun packages are being filled. This one, I put completely different stuff in than normal, so I'm kind of excited about it.
It's a very interesting package.
So this is for a 9 and a 12-year-old that the mom said she is trying to limit screens for the summer, but it's really hot outside and it's not going well. So she wants things that the kids are going to fight her back less when she says, do this instead of the video games. So when that's the situation, we generally have to go pretty high action to keep them involved. And we'll go with physical things. Okay, the bottom one I think is cool, but we'll see.
It's so cool.
Okay, so first, finger flicking chickens. This is a game where you flick chickens at targets. And it seems to me like the perfect kind of brothers competing type game. I have a demo. I'll probably use that when I'm on vacation next week as one of the live videos. That would be an easy one for me to do. It's air fried chicken.
I never noticed that. We had it before and it sold so fast.
Yes.
So you ordered like double.
I did last time. But so we have quite a few of these.
Air
fried chicken. So I think that's going to be a really good one for them. The footsie balls, I should maybe put 2 in here. This is one, again, we have a demo, but you put it on your, like attach it to your pants, and then it falls down to the ground. Not shocking. I looked ridiculous.
Yeah, I see Steph is watching. Her son was fantastic at it.
Yeah, and
immediately.
And Steph put it on and just started
Steph was really good
I'm just
too.
kicking this little ball. It's like having a hacky sack on a string. So it doesn't go away. Allison, I need some of those items for 6 and 7-year-olds. Yep. Okay. Somewhere. And this, you absolutely 6 and 7.
Definitely. And I think for this, like you were mentioning,
it's 7+.
Maybe you need 2, but I think it becomes a good competition of like
to go back and forth.
How many can you get?
True. So that you're counting your brother's not counting on their count. I think you're right. I think 1 is the right answer on that one. Now this drone, what were the ages were 9 and 12, but my experience of watching children with drones is that they love them, but they are hard to control.
Yes.
And so even though these kids are old enough, my 9-year-old is just now getting good enough to do it pretty well.
You're
kind of obsessed with it.
Yeah. And your 7-year-old was so interested in just watching.
Yeah. And this is the first one that they could just like take off and go. There wasn't a whole big, huge learning curve. It gives you very clear instructions. It also only costs $35. And it's one that has been good for a lot of outdoor fun and indoor fun at my house if we can tolerate the sound. And then, well, there was one more thing I was going to say about it, but I forgot.
Well, one thing I'll say about drones is that there's so many.
There's
so many. And we've tried multiple in here, and we've realized that this is the one.
Because we get it, my son then buys himself one, and then I see how difficult it is to work. I don't reorder it because that's not what I want to put in people's hands. This one we've reordered.
And we don't carry a lot of RC stuff.
We don't.
So, like, this is like our one drone, and we've got like 1 or 2 cars. Like, that's...
So
it's highly recommended.
Yes. Okay, but this we did need to. Okay, a shark and a chicken popper chasing each other around the yard or in the house. The closest to me. No. Yeah, you're right. There might be a little.
I'm like, I want to be the shark. Well, I want to be the chicken.
I want to be the chicken. I don't know. It's a kind of a really funny hunt and chase game of the shark and the chicken. So these are just the typical squeeze, and it pops out. My grandma had a set of these at her house from when my mom and aunt were kids, but they looked like guns. So, we've changed a little. Same concept, squeeze. We played with those constantly with my cousins and us. And so these are just super fun for chasing each other around. Another one, I was like, oh, there are two of them. They are 9 and 12. My experience is that most 9 and 12-year-old boys have been introduced to chess. They at least know how the pieces move. Doesn't generally mean they are great at it. So this is a chess puzzle workbook that is intended, one, to encourage them to play against each other more, two, prevent that brain drain, and three, start kind of teaching them some strategy and getting some practice with the exercises that are in the book. Kelly said good morning. Good morning, Kelly.
And I think Susan said good morning too. Good morning.
And good morning. Yeah, we should do more this morning. We seem to catch people in the morning.
We just have,
we just have to work.
Right.
Okay, this was the one that I was like, should I use $46 of the budget on this? But it is so cool. I also can imagine that when this mom says, go play outside, what do they probably say? It's boring. Yeah. There's nothing to do. Well, you know what? Design us a new backyard.
Design a land, yes.
No promises we can afford it, but we can afford. So the architect set that is not landscape, we've sold for years, and it's really cool, and you do house design. Yes. This is landscape architecture, and it comes with, if you look closely at this.
Yeah, it's so neat.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
So you have a drafting triangle, and you have a compass, but then you have all of these clings to put on actual plastic parts to put fences and things in here. And then it says, bring your dream backyard to life. This complete set includes everything you need to create the ultimate outdoor spaces, from freestanding walls for fences, hedges, and other outdoor features, to object tracing sheets, drafting tools, plant layout templates, and more. A detailed booklet teaches essential drafting and landscaping skills to help you find the ideal spot for your barbecue, basketball court, and swimming pool.
Ooh.
Yeah, reusable pieces allow for designing spaces again and again. So, it's not something every kid is going to get into, but one, if screeners aren't a choice, this is a really, really cool project. Yeah. And you tell them, hey, you want a basketball court, where would we fit it?
Right. It's like an in-depth summer project.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm interested in it as an adult.
Yeah, same. I was going to say, can your kids get this? And then can we work on mine? Yeah. I have a backyard that could use a pool and a basketball court and a barbecue.
Got space.
I do have space.
Yeah. Okay, we are aging way down in this one. So that one was 150. This one is just 100.
Okay.
This is a mom who started doing the 1,000 hours outside challenge this year, but is not doesn't feel like she's making the progress she needs to make. So she wants things that kind of push them outside, but said it's hot, and the kids are 18 months, 3 and 6. So that is, I know, I mean, she's got a challenge on her hands.
She's going to be out there with them for sure.
For sure. So my first thought was, let's do something that you don't want to do inside because it's messy. And that's another way for her to kind of look around her house and go, what do we keep not doing? Because I'm like, I don't want to clean up the mess. Take it outside. So finger paint, and just in case, a drawing pad, because it's only $6 of the budget, and especially when you have kids that age, you're
going through so
much paper. So finger paint that they could definitely take outside. A Bugs Fandex.
I was obsessed with Fandex when I still am.
I would
still buy them.
Too.
Yeah, they're just so cool.
We've probably used our Fandex in our car for more years than any other single thing.
Trees, bugs.
So if you haven't seen a Fandex before, I'm just going to open this.
Yeah.
It fans out, but it is all connected down here. And then on each little thing is a different bug. Here's a Bombardier beetle. And then it tells you about it. So mom can do a little bit of story time outside. And then on the back, I feel like the back of the Fandex always has the good stuff. So it tells you about the bug bites, learning from nature. It shows you parts of the bug. And then you can do bumblebee. So this one I think is really easy to go from sitting and reading it to kind of going on a scavenger hunt looking for the bugs.
What you can find.
Yeah, you would obviously have to find the bugs that are in your area, but there's grasshopper, swallowtail, golden wheel spider. That looks cool. I like spiders.
I do too.
Yeah. So that one in there. And again, it is $13. So trying to go with reasonable budget items. Okay. The 6-year-old, I was thinking could make
wand
large bubbles that the younger ones are either going to pop or just enjoy watching. This happens a lot at my house.
Oh yeah, I mean the bubble swords are just tried and true.
And then I went a direction that I forget to tell people to think of all the time. Oh, and Kayla's here too. Look, we've got everybody here. I should have put on makeup. Okay. Take your bath toys into the baby pool. So I grabbed 2 bath toys that are going to, the 18-month-old I think is going to really love this one because it's so simple to scoop up the water and then it rains down on you. So take this into the baby pool.
Right. We talk so much about bath toys in the winter becoming what you do.
But why don't I say take your bath toys into the pool? Yeah. And then the Blockaroo. Yes, a Blockaroo is one of my favorites because this is going to be indoor-outdoor building toy in the water, out of the water, and all of the ages are going to use it.
Yeah, I love Blockaroo.
And this is one that I have a feeling they will get and then they will need more pieces because it happens every time. You need more pieces.
Danielle, I think you're talking about maybe the poppers, and they're all $12.
Okay. Yeah. So that was $100, 3 kids, 1,000 hours outside. She just wanted a little bit more push outside. I think that should do it. Mm-hmm. Okay, what do we have next? Oh, so no bug Fandex in this next one because it specifically says no bugs. So this is for 2 girly girls wanting some summer play, both inside and outside's fine. They're 6 and 8, $100, no bugs. They didn't say no birds. So, these are fun.
So fun.
There are lots of versions of these that exist. Everyone who has them loves them. It's a suction cup onto your window for your bird feeder. And so you can then watch your birds right up through the window as they're coming up and eating. Mm-hmm. So we don't have one of these because we don't have a really good window for it. We're covered.
Yeah, that's true. Everywhere. I was going to say your cat would love it.
A cat would love it. So started with that, and that's, they're going to watch it from inside. We're a no bug family too. Okay, except butterflies. I love bugs.
I love bugs too.
So here is a pocket flower press.
I love this.
Not bugs, but this is going to be a great one for them to go outside, go on a walk, start pressing flowers or all kinds of things, leaves. I put in this last package regular chalk, but for the girly girls, they deserve the ice cream chalk, right? So the chalk, and then the sticker makers just got restocked.
Sticker makers restocked. They were such a huge hit.
They were a huge hit. Year, so. And did I tell you, Jennifer texted me when her girls were playing with this, and did I tell you what they said? It was like a quote she had to pass on. So this is a customer. Got this for her 2 girls who are older than these 2, but I think they'll be fine. I've seen Jonah play with his. Yeah. They said, we don't know how we went this many years living without a sticker maker. It felt that essential.
Yeah.
So I think that is going to be really fun for their summer. And also there are refills over there, which people are starting to need. But I thought it was so cute. Like I dropped off a package for Krista one time and Jonah had 2 stickers ready for me to take home to my kids. So that one has been a big hit with everyone. Fabric doodlers, 6 and 8 are the perfect ages to make their own t-shirts or tote bags. Drawing on things that you're not supposed to draw on keeps everybody busy longer. And then we don't think of pretend play outdoors as much as we should, I feel like. Take those figurines. So here they're both going to get a mystery baby llamacorn. And then these could be worked into a fairy garden. They could be just playing in trees outside. But this, I just had a weird amount of money left.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's perfect.
Put these 2 in.
I love fairy garden.
They're girly girls. Take that and play outside. I kind of really love that package.
It was a $100 package?
Yes. Also 100.
Nice.
And now I think so the last one's the big one. 200, I think, down here. Okay. So this is a grandma who just needs a general summer stock up. She said she has 1 million grandkids ages 5 to 16, and she just needs things.
We've had quite a few of those packages that we filled this summer.
They're just like, freshen up my stock.
Grandkids will be here for a couple of weeks or are here all the time.
Right. So, okay, this one.
This is so cool. That just came in.
This is another one that I'm going to take on vacation and do a live with, because my kids are obsessed with the smaller version of this, or the larger version of this. So this is a foam plane, $10. It also lights up and it's a slingshot. So you put your wings in, fling it. I can't read what that says. The flower press is great. Got one in my Mother's Day basket, and Ashley loves using it. Great. So they do little flips, at least the big one does. And it shows here strong, flexible wings. My kids have somehow, I think they've knocked like the cockpit off, but the plane itself of the big one is still, and that thing has been abused. So I put in one of those, big bubble concentrate refill. Have I told you what's cool about this specific concentrate package? Mm-hmm. So usually, I don't know how familiar everyone is with bubble concentrates, but it's a great way to stock up on bubbles that don't take up a bunch of space. It's easier for us to ship, but usually you need to use it. It says on it, use it right when you make it. Okay. So who needs a gallon of bubbles right then? Not many people. This one's not that way. This one, you can use some, set it aside, use it again. Okay. It also has a pour spout, and it has a, what's this? This has a push spout? A down here spout. So you could do this, or you could do this to refill your other bubble things. Okay. Which I put 2 so that people can really go, of 2 hydras. So these are cool because they do bubbles and water, do double duty. We were going to use one in the video, and then we opened up the battery compartment and saw it's not ones that you replace, it's ones that you charge.
Which is wonderful.
Yes, but we weren't ready for it. Nope. So didn't make the video.
But we love them so much, and I think 2 was a good move on that.
Yes.
For sure.
Another thing that I put 2 of in here, because it just is more fun in 2s, are these parachuter guys. Mm-hmm. So these are nice wooden parachute things to drop. Let's see, my daughter spilled the color bubbles all over our couch and it didn't stain.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you still freak out though? Yeah. Even though I've tested it 100 times, still would have been like, ah!
Yeah.
They're fun alone. We have a super cat and a super flash here, but it's more fun to like drop off of a deck and race. So these are your typical parachute gliders that you think of, but they're usually so cheap. Yeah. And they usually don't last very long. They get really tangled. You can't get the string straight. Right. And these are nice really wooden with ribbons. These are nice. They're from Jekko, who you see a lot of their crafts.
And they're heavier, so they actually fall, where some of those plastic ones, it's like wind takes it away.
Yes. And so this is, fabric and a ribbon and wooden. So these are ones that are more to last. She said, oh, look at that. She said, my husband started to, LOL, but I said, Hillary said it won't.
Yeah.
Phew, whew, glad I was right on that.
Glad you were right. Yeah.
Okay, and then she said sleepovers. So then I kind of backed up to no, we're not there yet.
I was going to say, wait, what about that awesome set of chalk that I want, even though I still have
$12, right?
I know, but it has gold and silver chalk in it. I'm just like
50 pieces of chalk for $12. Gold and silver. Also, it has 2 tones of green, my favorite. Mm-hmm. I mean, look at this. It's the value set there. Now,
and black. I don't know that you usually get black in a set of chalk either.
No, and I was picturing my kids do it in our road, which is blacktop. So I was like, what are you going to do with black? No, dummy. Most people are doing it on sidewalks.
Yeah. I was super impressed with that set yesterday.
Yes. And we did. I got a bunch of them, right?
Yeah.
A bunch-ish.
Yeah, 18, like 12 or 18, something like that.
So that perfect for the general grandma restock. Yes. And also, you'd be surprised when the chalk is out how old of kids and adults will start using it. You just have to put it in front of them.
I always want the girls to get the chalk out. I'm like, oh, you want to put the chalk?
It's just something you don't buy for 12-year-olds a lot of time, but that a 12-year-old absolutely will use. Yes. It just has to be out there. And then I went with an aircraft ball that can be colored and used inside or outside. Mm-hmm. Now to what I was saying. Sleepovers. So eventually you come inside, you're winding down. At my grandparents' house where we would stay at the lake for a week, it was a regular, eat dinner, clean up dinner, pop popcorn, play Uno. That was the routine 100% of the time. And so I'm just assuming they already have Uno. But if they don't, we just got a whole bunch of Uno No Mercy back in. But Tecta, the 5-year-old could play, I think, even though it says 7+. I grabbed this because you can play with so many players. And you can play simply, but it also has enough strategy. It's not going to bore people.
Yes.
All you're doing is putting your cards into the shapes. Great explanation, I know. But it's super easy. And then you count up what dots of your color are showing at the end. How you place your cards, though, is going to strategically kind of protect or leave vulnerable some of your dots. So there is strategy to it. But this, how many decks are in here? It's a lot. How many people can play?
Play with 6 or 8.
I feel like it's.
You think it's more than
I think it might be 8. But you can play with a lot of players. That's why I grabbed this. And then this kind of like a squuzzle is great to just have sitting out all the time for people to work on. I grabbed the patriotic one because 4th of July is in the summer. And then I'm so excited about this product. There are a lot of other styles that I didn't grab, but this is glow play. So think of the stars on the ceiling in your room.
Way cooler.
But way cooler. So these are like that, but they're like a flexible material, and they're made to be moved and reused. And so you can play in scenes, you can put them above your bed and then change your mind. This is the Space Adventure, and then this is the Animals one. It comes with quite a few pieces.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Somebody was buying one the other day, and she had 2 in her pile, and she's like, I think I actually only need 1. There's so many in here.
Listen to this list of animals, people. Mouse, gorilla, giraffe, rabbit, squirrel, pig, hedgehog, deer, sheep, prairie dog, bull, monkey, elephant, bat, cat, ostrich, turtle, dog, snake, sea lion, lion, hippo, horse, chicken, penguin, lizard, owl, bear, fox.
Wow.
That's a ton.
That's a lot.
Yeah. And it gives you good instructions on here. It says it can be used on smooth or bumpy surfaces, but if it's on wallpaper or paint, they do recommend you doing a test spot just to be sure. I think it's like 10 minutes of light charge gives you 30 minutes of glow.
Nice.
And if it needs cleaned, just use a wet cloth, no soap.
Yeah. Super cool.
There are lots of styles. They're all online.
I was going to say, online.
These 2 are just kind of general, that without knowing boys or girls, space and animals. Yeah. So that was a $200 grandma restock package, and that's all we've got. And I still have 6 minutes till my meeting. I might make it on time. Okay. So that's a summer fun package. Let us know how we can help you. Like I said, the only thing we didn't show much of in here is like considering brain drain. And we have all kinds of, fun puzzles, strategy games, workbooks, lots of things. And otherwise, yes, there is a lion. And Kristen, I don't know if you saw all the other lions. I know you already bought stuffies, but anyway, I was thinking of you when I ordered every lion that Douglas makes.
Lion.
Okay, so everybody enjoy your summers. Let us know how we can help you. And I'm going to make my meeting on time.
Great.
Have a great weekend, everybody. Bye.
Bye.